Hello boys and girls, Brad the Guitarologist here with another exciting video coming at you. In this video we are going to commit a cardinal sin, perhaps the cardinal sin as far as vintage things go. We are going to modify this mid-1960s blackface Fender. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please stick around. This is a mid-1960s Fender blackface bassman. The customer who owns this has had this in my shop before for some repair. If you'll recall, this is the same amp that was in the recent video about the output tubes red plating. We solved that problem and solved all the the basic electrical problems, but the owner is not quite satisfied with the tone and has asked that I go in and do some work on this to try to bring out some of the overdrive potential that's in this thing. I told him I would be willing to do that and said that one approach would be to rebias the output tubes so that it lessened the headroom a little bit, so it would break up a little easier at a little bit lower volumes. However, this amp is a fixed bias amplifier. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here and convert this from a fixed bias, which is something that Fender did a lot in the blackface and silverface era, to a cathode bias, which is something that is more like what they did in the tweed era. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this blackface bassman and we're going to give it the output or more of a close resemblance of the output of a tweed era bassman or twin or pro. Well, what we're going to do is remove this stuff, and there's a little tap right here for the negative bias supply. So we're not going to use this negative bias supply anymore. Basically, we're just going to cut this stuff off and leave it in the amp, but not use it. One thing you'll notice about the bassman is that the normal channel and the bass channel are different. The normal channel only has 2 stages of gain, using 2 halves of a 7025 tube, and then it goes on to the phase inverter after that and then to the output, so it mixes in from here over. The bass instrument channel, however, has 1, 2, 3 stages of gain before getting to the output. So actually the bass instrument channel is a higher gain channel than the normal channel. And also if you're doing some counting here, you'll notice there's 1 tube, 2 tubes, 3, 4, 5, and a half. So where's the other half? Well, the other half is unused. See those 3 pins right there that are unused? That's a pretty huge potential right there. Now, of course, that's going to mean that this thing is, going to be. It will have been obviously modified, but that's a real potential right there to bump up the gain of the preamp, especially for the normal channel. If we wanted to route the normal channel through that unused half of the 7025. This other one here, I've left it with the 1000 or the 1K and added a 0.5 capacitor to the to one of those stages, and that's more or less it. We may do some more tweaking on this, but essentially that's about it. Also changed that resistor for the fixed mid-range on this channel as well. And I think we're about ready to give this thing a demo.